I'm so excited about our partnership with Idaho.
We're talking about a return to civics education, getting back to basics. I learned some things in a different way that I thought, oh, what a great way to explain that to a junior high kid.
Our hope here at PragerU is to win on our own merit.
It's very easy to critique something that you have heard maybe online, but I went and investigated it myself.
Superintendent Critchfield, how are things in Idaho?
They are great. It's a great day to be in Idaho every day.
Well, I'm so glad to be speaking with you today, and I'm so excited about our partnership with Idaho. We are just here to serve, and I think parents should know how much effort you and your team put into really vetting out PragerU before approving. And for those who want to know what kind of work you put in, maybe you can describe that.
Thank you. Like anything that I personally am interested in bringing into the state, I first start with the lens of, is this something that I would have wanted in front of my children as they went through the school setting? And now I have an even greater interest in it as I have a new grandson starting kindergarten. I took the books home, and over a weekend where I had my adult children and my grandchildren in my home, as we were getting ready for dinner, I passed out the books without saying anything and asked my children to take a look at it and let them talk to me about what they thought and what they saw. What would you think if this book was in your home, or if this book was brought home by your child or read by a teacher? At the end of that discussion, I asked the magic question: what do you think of the books? What do you think of the material? We're thinking of putting these or making them available for students and classrooms across Idaho. And they said, this is good. We liked the way that it was presented, and I asked a few more questions. And so having that very important test group in front of me, then I said, okay, I'm going to go back to my team, and we're going to see how this aligns with our standards. I'm going to ask others within our team to take a look, inviting them to go on the website and do the same type of exercise that I personally did.
I love how personal this entire experience is for you. And I know that this is really how you function as a superintendent of education in general, where the fight for a better education in America is so personal for you. I'd love to hear a little bit about some of the other projects that you already have going on in Idaho and how you think they could really be supplemented by what we're doing here at PragerU now that you know so much about what we're doing.
We're talking about a return to civics education, to understanding the basic concepts about our own country and our own government. 2 years ago, I went to our state legislature and asked them to consider changing our graduation requirements to include financial literacy. We know that the skills for personal money management can and often are very different than what we're learning in trigonometry or in calculus. And so when we look at aligning what we know our students need to be able to do to be successful beyond the classroom and beyond the educational system, we want to make sure those components are available, that the resources are there, and that's a priority focus for our school board members and our districts and charters.
If you're a teacher in Idaho and you are interested in the alignment between what PragerU is creating and the state standards, how do teachers go about that?
We will have all of that information available on the Idaho Department of Education website. So we will have links that will make the content available and accessible. And then, of course, we will have links right to your website, demonstrating how the connection is with our standards and with the curriculum, the resources, and the materials. I think that's one of the best values of having this here, that anyone can see any of it at any time.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything we're providing to you in Idaho is available on our website. There are finally no secrets, no gaslighting. We are offering a window straight into the classroom. And so on our website, people can look up the standards and they can see the crosswalk and enjoy it and hopefully use it. So another thing we have in common is that we love freedom, and people will try to say all kinds of things that now the superintendent of education in Idaho is forcing people to use PragerU's financial literacy content or PragerU's civic content, to which my answer is our content is free, is optional, and is not mandatory. And so what do you have to say about that?
I probably would start off with this. Go look at it. It's very easy to critique and be critical of something that you have heard maybe online, or you've heard narratives attached to different things. But I went and investigated it myself.
One of the conversations that we've had with your team is Holocaust education. And would love to hear a little bit from you about your vision for Holocaust education in your state.
We have been working over this last year to go through our social studies standards. And so I worked with legislators and we put together a statewide proclamation calling upon our schools to emphasize and re-emphasize and deepen the understanding and learning around the Holocaust. And I feel that this curriculum is going to add that option and an opportunity for our boards to talk in our communities on bringing some of those things in front of our students that our teachers want to teach that they don't have access to.
Our hope here at PragerU is to win on our own merit, to have people like you pour over our content and, really scrutinize us and accept what you like and not accept what you don't like. But at the end of the day, we're here to serve with the choice so that your constituencies can be happy and that they're really given the options and the tools to win for our children. And so, again, I just want to thank you for everything that you've been doing. And we are just so excited to be in Idaho. So here we come to serve.
I'm looking forward to the partnership. And as you mentioned, these are decisions that local boards will make, and we're going to make it available. And we're hoping that it does generate discussion and conversation, whether it's a board member bringing it to their local table at the board meeting, or a parent engaging their local board member and saying, hey, have you heard that these resources are available? Let's take a look. That's what education, the system that we have at the local level, is about. It is about generating the interest, the conversations, and saying, what does the local community want to see in the classroom? How do we help support the teacher? And ultimately, it's about the kid and the student, my grandchild, my neighbor's kid, and all of the students and kids here in Idaho.